Okay, today I'd like to talk to you about appraisal gaps. What are they, and how do you deal with them in this super competitive seller's market that we find ourselves in right now? So, what an appraisal gap is a difference between the purchase price that you have for a contract or for a house. Say that purchase price was that you want to deal with was $300,000. So you put an offer in for $300,000. The sellers accepted it. You're getting finance, so you need financing, so you need an appraisal. So now the appraiser comes out and says, you know what, this house is only worth $290,000. So in the old language of real estate, that used to be a bad appraisal. Now it's just an appraisal with an appraisal gap, and that appraisal gap is $10,000, which means that your bank's only willing to give you $290,000, but you got a contract with the seller to pay $300,000, so there's a gap of $10,000. In the old days, like 4 years ago, you could negotiate with the seller, hey, listen, the appraiser says this house is only worth $290,000. We need to lower the purchase price down to $290,000 and we'll move forward with the deal. And a lot of times that worked out. Sometimes you could offer to split the difference. Hey, we'll pay $5,000 more if you take $5,000 less, and then we cover that $10,000 gap with negotiations. Nowadays, sellers are wanting to see language in your offer that protects them in case there's an appraisal gap. So that $10,000 appraisal gap, they want to see appraisal gap language in your offer that says you're going to take care of that difference, or you're going to take care of that difference up until a certain amount of money. And then if it goes over that amount of money, then we could renegotiate or you can back out of the deal. So appraisal gaps are insurance for your seller that you're putting an offer on, that hey, we're paying way more than list price on this house, and we're willing to cover the appraisal gap if the appraisal comes up short. So escalation clauses, and now we have appraisal gap language. These are all things buyers need in today's market to win deals. And unfortunately, it takes more money nowadays to get a house than it ever has. But as we've seen with this market, with the limited inventory, and just even though interest rates are going up, the rates are fantastic, and there's just a ton of buyers out there, this is the environment we're in. And only the best buyers are getting house. And by best buyers, basically means the ones with the best credit and the ones with the best money, or the most amount of money. So if you're not using escalation clauses and you're not using appraisal gap language, you're going to have trouble getting offers accepted in this environment.